Hello everyone, it's me, it's Mark, and I'm here with you for another live stream class. Before I do anything, I need to know if you can see me. I need to know if you can hear me. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is A-okay. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is how it should be. Helga says yes. Thank you, Helga. Nelson, hello there. I'm good. How about you? Long time no see. Okay, Castrine says yes. Thank you, Castrine. Carlos says yes. Thank you, Carlos. Diana says yes. Thank you, Diana. Temina says yes. Hello, Nelson. Okay, Katie says yes. Thank you, Katie. Yep, Temina says yes. Thank you. You can see me. You can hear me. Everything is how it should be. That makes me feel happy. As you know, we always start our class with a toast. Actually, we're doing 2 toasts. Yes, so whatever you're drinking, pick it up. I have coffee. Hongdu says yes, thank you. Okay, and our first toast is for the green team. Hannah says yes, thank you, Hannah. It's our green team. You can see Carlos. His name is in green. He joined the channel. He supports me. He supports the channel. He is representing the green team. Let's give Carlos and the green team a big thank you. Cheers. Bump. Cheers, bump, and because we had a toast, we have to have a drink, bottoms up. Our second toast, it is for you, because without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So let's toast to you. Let's toast to a fun, interesting, informative, and productive lesson today. Cheers, bump. Cheers, bump, and because we had a toast, we have to have a drink, bottoms up. Okay, good. Now, let's talk about today's lesson plan. And here it is, right here on this sheet of paper. Today we're doing 3 worksheets. Yes, 3 worksheets today. Our first worksheet is comparing idioms. We will look at 2 idioms, see the similarities, and see the differences. After that, we have comparing grammar pairs. It's another worksheet. We are going to compare used to with be used to. Then our third activity, it is another worksheet, and we're going to be comparing vocabulary pairs. So we're doing a lot of comparisons today. We're comparing idioms. We're comparing grammar pairs. We are comparing vocabulary pairs, okay? Are you ready to practice with me and in the chat? And by participating in the chat, you are helping yourself and you're helping others at the same time. You are doing 2 things at the same time. You are helping yourself and helping others, yes. And to enter the chat, to participate in the chat, you must be a subscriber. Yes, you must subscribe to my channel. I do that to keep the bots out, to keep the spamming out, so we have a safe and fun place to practice our English together. So subscribe, enter the chat, help yourself and help others at the same time. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so let's get going. We're going to compare idioms, and the 2 idioms we are comparing today: cost an arm and a leg, and break the bank. So I'll write them here on the board, and then we will look at a worksheet and practice using these 2 idioms on the worksheet. Okay, so our idiom, I'll write the topic here, comparing idioms. And the 2 idioms are cost an arm and a leg, and break the bank. And these relate to expenses. All right, so about spending money, using money, and so forth. So something that costs an arm and a leg, and then break the bank. Let's look at the worksheet. Let's look at the definitions, and let's practice using these two idioms, okay? So right here is going to be the worksheet. Let's check it out. It's too small, we have to make it larger. And all the worksheets you see here today are on my Patreon. Go to my Patreon, support me there so I can support you here. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look at the worksheet. Okay, there we go. Cost an arm and a leg and break the bank. Okay, so we use these two for expenses, costs. Okay, so let's look at them individually. I'm going to make it a little bit larger so we can see. I know many of you are using your phones, so your screen is a little small. So here we go. Cost an arm and a leg, something very expensive. Something very expensive. For example, the luxury handbag costs an arm and a leg, right? It's very expensive. And then break the bank, to be too expensive or to use up all of your money. It's all gone. So for example, I want a new phone, but I don't want to break the bank, right? So here, costs an arm and a leg, it's expensive, right? It's expensive, you have to think about it. Maybe you need it, right? Like a car is expensive, right? A car costs an arm and a leg. Break the bank, that uses all of your money, right? After you buy it, your bank account is zero. And so maybe, you know, a car is expensive, right? A car costs arm and a leg. You go to the bank, you get a loan, and you pay a little bit of the cost each month, right? So you don't break the bank. If you bought the car with cash, it might break the bank, right? It might take all of your money. But we get a car loan, so we don't break the bank, right? It costs an arm and a leg, but we don't want to break the bank, so we get a car loan, right? Okay, so let's look at some other examples. Let's practice the two idioms. Okay, here we go. So let's chat. Yeah. So in the chat, what's something you own that costs an arm and a leg, right? So you bought something that costs you an arm and a leg. What was it? What did you buy that costs you an arm and a leg? 2, what would you buy if you didn't break the bank? What would you buy if it didn't break the bank, right? So you would like it, but it would break the bank. So let's see in the chat your responses. Okay, let's go 2 minutes, and then we'll go to the second part of the worksheet. So 2 minutes. Tell me in the chat what's something that's cost you an arm and a leg, and what's something you would like if it didn't break your bank. Okay, Helga says, good books have always cost an arm and a leg. Yeah, so they're expensive. Good books, right? Like maybe a hard copy, right? Not a paperback, but a hard copy, right? Means a thick cover, a good spine, maybe a leather cover, right? Those are expensive books. They cost an arm and a leg. Okay, yeah, Diana, my air conditioning costs an arm and a leg. Yeah, tell me about it. Same here in Japan, right? You get your monthly bill and go, oh, geez, another expensive electricity bill. This electricity is costing me an arm and a leg. Carlos, I bought a table saw 2 years ago and it costs an arm and a leg. Yes, but you use it for your job. So actually that's an investment, right? So it's expensive. It was expensive, but you use it to make money, right, Carlos? So it's a good investment. Just like kind of air conditioning in a way, right? We need it to stay comfortable in our house or our office. It costs an arm and a leg, but we need it. Oh boy. So that table saw broke the bank for Carlos. Actually, really not an example. It broke my bank after I bought that saw. There was 0 in my bank account. Good, Carlos. Well, not good that there's 0, but you know, good sentence. Okay, Nelson, my desk cost me an arm and a leg. Yes, they are expensive. Okay, let's go to the next part, and it says fill in the idiom, answer in the chat. Okay, so what is the idiom? Is it cost an arm and a leg, or is it break the bank? Number 1, this hotel will if you stay another night. 2, his new watch must have. Number 3, we found a great deal that won't. And 4, that designer jacket. Okay, so let's see your answer. Okay, Katie, sentence. I'd love to buy a smartphone, but it costs an arm and a leg. Good. Helga, I'd buy new appliances for the kitchen if it wouldn't break the bank. So I would, right? I'd buy new appliances for the kitchen if it didn't break the bank. I would say if it wouldn't, but that's okay, Helga. Diana, I'd buy a house, but I don't want to break the bank. Good. Okay, so Helga's saying number 1 is cost an arm and a leg. Let's look at it. This hotel will cost an arm and a leg if we stay another night. Yeah, I agree. I agree. That just means expensive. It won't take all of your money. It's just expensive. Oh, Iman, I have jewelry that costs an arm and a leg. Yes, diamonds and gold and emeralds and pearls. Those cost an arm and a leg. Helga, if it wouldn't break the bank. If it wouldn't break the bank. Yeah, Carlos, this hotel will cost an arm and a leg if we stay another night. Yes. Yes, Katie, good. Okay, so, yep, good. Okay, we can say that Carlos, his new watch must have cost an arm and a leg. Okay, good. So again, you know, like these two idioms, basically, you know, we can use them interchangeably, right? They both mean, you know, expensive. But break the bank, that's going to use all of your money, right? You're going to have, that's going to take, you know, your salary, right? Maybe you, what you make every month. If you buy that, it's going to use all of your salary. Where arm and a leg is expensive, right? Cost an arm and a leg, break the bank. So depending on the situation, you would use cost an arm and a leg or break the bank, right? So they mean basically the same, but one will take all of your money. The other is just expensive. Okay, Hannah, let's see your sentence. I have to break the bank to buy a music box because it will cost me an arm and a leg. Okay, that's good. That's a good sentence. Yeah, Hannah. You're using the idioms perfectly. Broke the bank. Let's see. His new watch must have broke the bank. Yeah, we can say that. Maybe it's a Rolex. And so those are very expensive, right? Those are like $10,000 or more. So they will definitely break the bank. Okay, good, Diana. Break the bank. Number 3, we found a great deal that won't break the bank. Yeah, I think that's good. So break the bank means, well, let's see. Yeah, and so it won't take all of your money. We can say that. Nelson, cost an arm and a leg. We found a great deal that won't cost an arm and a leg, right? So if you're using it that way, that means, you know, it's not too expensive. Yeah, Carlos, we found a great deal that won't break the bank. Yep, we can say that. Nelson, we're using the idioms. So they mean expensive, right? But we're practicing using the idioms. So they're either, you want to say cost an arm and a leg or break the bank. Okay, yeah, okay, Iman. Number 4, the designer jacket cost an arm and a leg. Good. We can say that. Yep. Okay, let's see. Okay, now we're going to make sentences. And before we make sentences, we're going to look at how we use the differences. Hold on, I got to make the worksheet a little bit smaller here. Okay. So we want to write sentences using today's idioms, cost an arm and a leg, break the bank. And so the key differences here, cost an arm and a leg, very expensive, pricey. Break the bank, uses too much money. It'll have a financial impact, right? It'll take all of your savings. So what we want to do now is I want you to make your own sentence using cost an arm and a leg, break the bank. So look at the key differences at the bottom of the worksheet and then make your own sentence, use your own imagination, use your own ideas, okay? And let's do, I'm looking at the clock, let's do 3 minutes. So 3 minutes, write your own sentences using these two idioms. Okay, here we go. Count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Start. Okay, good, Nelson. Yeah, so we're practicing the idioms. But you're right, that means expensive, right? So you understand the meaning, but we're just practicing the idioms. And when you use an idiom, you sound more natural, right? So of course, these mean expensive, right? But when you use the idiom, you sound a little more natural in English, right? Instead of saying, oh, that watch is expensive, you can say, oh, that watch costs an arm and a leg. So when you use the idiom instead of the literal meaning, right? So these mean expensive, right? So you can say, oh, this watch is very expensive. But if you want to sound more natural, you would say, oh, this watch will cost an arm and a leg. Or this watch will break my bank, right? Or this watch will break the bank, right? And so you're being more literal, you're being more figurative, and your English will sound more natural using idioms. That's why every class, every live stream, we practice idioms, right? We always start our class with an idiom because I want you guys to sound more natural when you're speaking English. So idioms are good to know, good to use, and will help you speak more fluently and sound more natural, okay? That's why we're doing it. Okay, Carlos, sentence. Now and then everything costs an arm and a leg. Yeah. You go to the supermarket today and it costs an arm and a leg. You go out to dinner and it'll break your bank. It'll break the bank going out to dinner these days. Oh, okay, Helga. If it doesn't cost an arm and a leg, you can buy it. Okay, so that's a good sentence. We just want to put an if. If it doesn't. Okay, Diana, if I want to buy a car, I have to break the bank. Yes. Diana, my fridge costs an arm and a leg. Good. Oh, Iman. She always likes to buy things that cost an arm and a leg. Very good. Helga, fulfilling your dream will break the bank. You guys are writing great sentences. Yeah, Hannah, I have to break the bank to buy you a car because it will cost an arm and a leg. Very good. Right, I understand, Helga, but we just put an if in front of your sentence. Then it's good. It sounds better if you put it if. If it doesn't cost an arm and a leg, you can buy it. Nelson, now and then, sometimes. Nelson, now and then, things cost an arm and a leg, maybe, now and then. So I need more information there. I'm not sure exactly what you want to say, but how you have it now, it doesn't really make much sense. But you might want to say, now and then, things cost an arm and a leg. I can understand it better that way. Katie, let's go out for dinner. Don't worry, it won't break the bank. Good sentence. Iman, he can't buy this for her. If he did, he will break the bank. Good sentence. Great, Carlos. Carlos says he's reading all the sentences and he likes your sentences. Okay, good, Helga. You can buy it. It doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Okay, good. Okay, that was the timer. So it's time to go to our next activity. And of course, for all the worksheets on my Patreon, go there, support me there, and get all the worksheets you see here. So go support me on Patreon, and I will support you here with worksheets and okay. Oh, Carlos, for sure. Tickets for the World Series will cost an arm and a leg for sure. I won't break the bank for that. Yeah, me too. It's out of my price range. So like break the bank, it could be also like out of your price range, right? So like for example, a sporting event, going to a live game these days costs a lot, right? Very expensive. And so it's not in my price range. It's not in my budget, right? It's not part of my monthly budget. I have kids, so there's priorities, right? I have to pay for food, right? That's very important. I have to pay for the house, right? Very important. And I have to pay for gasoline for the car, and I have expenses. And those are priorities, right? I have to pay those. And then going out to a baseball game, right? Maybe, it's gonna break the bank, right? Because it's not in your budget, right? Every month you have so much money, and you don't want to break the bank for something like a baseball game. So, yep. So I will just watch it on TV. I'm not gonna break the bank to go to a baseball game. No, I'll watch it on TV. I'll watch it on YouTube. Anna, hello. Okay, so let's go to our next activity, and that's comparing grammar pairs. So now we're gonna look at some grammar pairs. And the grammar pairs are used to versus be used to. Okay. Used to. And that means no longer true. And then we have be used to. That's the be verb. And that's I'm comfortable with something. Okay, so used to, that is something that's no longer true. Like I used to live in California. I used to live in California. Not anymore. I live in Japan here. So I used to live in Japan. And then be used to, the be verb, and that means comfortable with something. So for example, I now live in Japan, so I am used to living in Japan. And so here we want to use the subject plus the be verb, right? And that would be like is, are, what's the other one? I'm blanking. I have a blank. I am. Okay, so we have is, are, am, subject, be verb, plus used to, plus we could say noun or verb ing. Okay, so here, okay, so I am used to, okay, so I'm in Japan now, right? And so I used to live in California, but now I live in Japan, okay? And so I, and I use the train here in Japan, where before in California, I never used a train. I never took a train. I always drove. California, we drive. But here in Japan, many people take the train. And so for me, I have to use the train here in Japan. So at first it was difficult to understand how it worked and where the trains went and how much they cost and all that. You have to buy a ticket and all that was confusing to me at first. But now I am used to taking the train. Or I could use the noun. I am used to the trains in Japan. I am used to the trains in Japan. So that means like I'm comfortable with taking trains. I am comfortable with the train system, right? So the train system, that is a noun. Taking the train, taking is a verb, all right? So that's the differences between used to and be used to. We got a worksheet. We got 2 worksheets to practice these pairs. This pair. Okay, let's have a look. There we go. And let's make larger. Okay, there we go. Okay. So used to describes past habits or states that are no longer true. Pattern, subject plus used to plus base verb. Example, I used to live in New York. And then be used to describes being familiar or comfortable with something. And then we can use a noun or a verb, right? Like I just said. And the pattern is subject, be, the be verb, right? Am, is, are, was, were. Was and were, that is past tense, right? Was and were is past tense. Plus used to, plus noun or verb ing. Example, I am used to waking up early, right? Comfortable with getting up early. Okay, and here we go. Now let's practice. I'm gonna make it a little bit larger for the phone people. For the phone people. Okay, there we go. Fill in the blanks with used to or be used to. Number 1, I live in a small village. 2, she wake up at 6 a.m. every day. They drive on the left side of the road when they were in the UK. 4, he study in noisy cafes, so it doesn't bother him now. 5, we eat spicy food, we love it. I'm not sure, Helga, what you mean. Okay, so the something comfortable with, it's the ing. So Helga, you need to say, I am used to learning English with Mark. Okay, Anar, hello. Okay, I used to live in a small village. Yes. Number 1 is used to live. Good. Because remember the pattern for, okay, so here's the pattern for be used to, right? Noun, verb ing, whichever, and then the be verb, right? And then used to, it is subject, used to, base verb. So no ing, just the simple tense, right? So for used to, it's subject plus used to plus base verb. right? So I used to live in a small town. So I used to live in a small town, right? Where subject be verb plus used to plus noun or plus verb ing. Okay, so I am used to living in a small town or village. Okay. Okay, number 2, Helga. She is used to, okay, remember ing. ing. Okay, so, and this is comfortable with something. Verb ing. I'll make it larger. Verb ing, right? That's the difference when you're using the be verb. You need the ing verb. Okay, so we need waking, right? The verb is wake, but here with the be verb we need waking. Yeah, good, Nelson. I am used to waking up early. Yes. What about I already used to? I'm not sure, Hannah. Give me an example sentence, okay? So if you give me an example sentence, then I can tell you if it's correct or not correct. Okay, let's see. Number 3, they used to drive on the left side of the road when they were in the UK. Okay. Yeah, good, Kadeen. She is used to waking up at 6 a.m. That's correct. Helga, he is used to studying in noisy cafe, so it doesn't bother. Yes, perfect. So he is comfortable now, right? So he is used to studying. Carlos, I used to live in a small village. I would live, okay. Now you need, okay, but it's a hypothetical would, right? It's not true. It's not real, okay? So for example, I would live in a small village if I had a job there. I would live in a small village if there was a shopping mall. I don't know. I would live in a small village if I was single or something. Or I would live in a small village if I was married. So hypothetical, right? So I used to, it's no longer true. It happened, right? But not anymore. So for example, in my situation, I used to live in Los Angeles, right? Not anymore. It's not true now. So no longer true. Okay, Helga. We are used to eating spicy food. We love it. Good. Anar, no. So we want to, for number 3, we want to use the first situation, used to, no longer true. So they used to drive on the left side of the road when they were in the UK. So no longer true. So maybe they were in the UK, but now they live in the States. And so on the States, we drive on the right side. So it's no longer true. So they used to drive on the left side of the road when they lived in the UK. So in that situation, it's no longer true. Another, he is, okay, so he is used to studying. So remember the pattern. So it's always when we're comparing grammar, when we do this activity, we do it every week. And the most important thing about comparing these grammar pairs is the pattern, right? So the pattern is key. Right? Used to, it's no longer true. For example, I used to drive on the right side of the road when I lived in California. But now I live in Japan and we drive on the left side of the road. So I used to drive on the right side of the road. Used to. I used to drive on the right side of the road. But not now. So it's no longer true. Be used to, right? Our pattern is subject, be, verb, used to, noun, or verb, ing. Okay? And so when you use, depending on the situation, right? Used to, no longer true. Comfortable with something. So now you're used to doing it, right? So maybe Carlos, right? Carlos is a carpenter. And when Carlos was first, at the beginning, when he was, what's the word? Not a rookie, but when he was like learning to become a carpenter, he, maybe the table saw was scary and, using, sharp edges, right? With drills and saws, things like that, with blades, right? It can be scary if you're not used to it, right? But now, after time, Carlos is becoming more comfortable using saws and drills and blades. And so, so Carlos is used to using saws, okay? And so now he's comfortable doing it. Okay. Yeah, so let's look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we'll talk about, is it no longer true or is it comfortable, or right? And so, for example, number 1, I used to live in a small village. Okay, so we're using something that's no longer true. So for number 1, the person moved to a big city, but in the past, I used to live in a small village. So it's not true now, but it was true in the past. Number 2, okay, she is used to waking up at 6 a.m. every day. So number 2, she's comfortable waking up at 6. So it's something that she's now comfortable doing. So verb ing. She is used to waking up early. Okay, number 3, it's something that happened in the, no longer true. It's no longer true. So they used to drive on the left side of the road when they were in the UK. So when, that is the key word, when. So it's not true now. It was in the past, but not now. And the key word there is when. Number 4, that is something he is used to, okay? He's comfortable doing that now. So we want the verb ing. He is used to studying in noisy cafes, so it doesn't bother him now. So now is the key word, now. He's comfortable with it now. And then number 5, it's okay, so that is something comfortable. So we are used to eating spicy food. We love it. Okay, so that's something they're comfortable doing, right? So number 5 is we are used to eating spicy food. We love it. So it's something they are comfortable doing. So one more time. Number 1, it is no longer true. Number 2, she is comfortable doing it. Number 3, no longer true. Number 4, use or comfortable doing. Number 5, comfortable doing. Okay? All right. So let's go to our next part. And this is 3. I'll make it larger because of the phone people. Some people are using their phone, so we can make it larger. Okay, there we go. Now, which sentence is correct, A or B? Which is correct, A or B? Of course, Carlos, no problem. My pleasure. Okay. Okay, just wait. I will wait a couple more seconds before I read the correct sentences. And remember, pattern is that's the key, the pattern of the sentence. Okay, let's look at number 1. So number 1, A, I used to getting up early. B, I am used to getting up early. So we need, with the verb ing, we need the be verb. And A has no be verb. B has the be verb, that is am. So it is 1B is the correct sentence. I am used to getting up early. Number 2, she is used to eat spicy food. B, she is used to eating spicy food. So it is B, because for the pattern you need the verb ing, right? She's something she's comfortable with, right? Comfortable doing. So it's to be. She is used to eating spicy food. Number 3, A is he used to play soccer. B, he is used to play soccer. Okay, so it's A because of the pattern. He used to play soccer, right? Where the bottom, we don't have the be verb there for something that happened in the past or no longer true. So it is A. So the answers are 1B, 2B, and 3A. I am used to getting up early. She is used to eating spicy food. He used to play soccer. Okay, good. Okay, so let's go to page 2. So we got 2 pages for the grammar pairs. And remember, Patreon for the worksheets. Okay, let's go to the second page right here. And you're going to fix the mistake now. Now you will fix the mistakes. Find and correct the grammar mistake. Okay, so fix the sentences. Oh yeah, I like your sentence, Hannah. Only you need to put costs. You need an S after cost. That's a great sentence, Hannah. Just put an S, for example, even if it costs me an arm and a leg. Good, Katie. So again, it's pattern is key. Pattern is key. Yep. Okay, good, Carlos. Pattern is key. Pattern, it's either right or wrong because of the pattern. How about this? I have an idea. Real quick, I have an idea. In the chat, I don't want you to look at the whiteboard. Don't look at the whiteboard. I'm going to put back the worksheet. In the chat, write the pattern for used to, right? Which is no longer true. Okay, write the pattern for that when you mean something that is no longer true, right? If you want to say something that you did in the past but is no longer true now, what is the pattern you use, right? And then the be used to, something you're comfortable now doing, right? At the beginning, it was difficult, but now you are used to it. You are now comfortable doing. What is the pattern for that? So just the pattern, be, or I mean subject plus, okay? So write that in the chat just so everyone's on track, everyone understands the differences. So just like how I did it on the whiteboard, subject plus used to plus base verb, right? You do that in the chat. Just write the pattern out in the chat. Okay, and then after you guys write those five, find the five, or do 1 through 5, I will say the sentences. Good, Jean. Yeah, by doing that, you are helping yourself think about it and how to use it correctly. And of course, people reading your sentence, reading your explanation will help other people too. So by just you stating how the meaning and the pattern is going to help you remember and and use it correctly. So I always say it's easy to forget, difficult to remember. So by just writing a note to yourself, keeping a journal, keeping a notebook, explaining how this works, this pattern, and the meaning is going to help you remember and use it correctly. All right, so for example, all right, so let's see, used to, and then we want the subject plus used to plus verb base. Right, that's the pattern for that. And then be used to, right? And then for that we want the subject plus be verb plus used to plus noun or verb ing, right? So those are the patterns. And then used to equals no longer true, and then be used to, that means comfortable doing something. Okay, so let's read the sentences in the correct way. Let's do them correctly. So number one, they are used to swimming in the ocean. So something they are comfortable doing. Number two, we used to go there every summer. So something no longer true. So we used to go there, that the base verb go. Number three, she used to work at a bakery. She used to work. So the base verb, right? Something no longer true. Number four, I am used to spicy food. So there's no D there. So wait. So no be verb. I used to eat spicy food. Or I am used to eating. There's no eat there. So let's just say I am used to spicy food. So wait. I am used to spicy. So, okay, so we can do that because it's a noun. But there's no D there. So we can remember use something you're comfortable doing, noun. So spicy food, noun. I am used to spicy food. So just So we need the D, used to. And then spicy food, it's a noun. So either noun or verb ing. Here we're using it for a noun. And then 5, he used to studying a lot. So he is used, he is. So we need the be verb. He is our be verb. He is used to studying a lot. Okay. Okay, now we have to make it a little bit smaller. And this is for you to answer your own. It's too big. Got to make it smaller. Okay, I think, there we go. Okay, now it's up to you. Now your own sentences, okay? Your own sentences. So write a sentence using used to. Write a sentence using be used to. And then 3, what is something you used to do when you were younger? What is something you used to do when you were younger? And 4, what is something you are used to doing now, right? Something you are comfortable doing now. You weren't comfortable before, but now you are. Okay, so the third one is something you used to do, but no longer do, right? Something that is no longer true. And the fourth one is something you are comfortable now doing, right? In the past, like I said about Carlos, right? When he was first making, when he was first doing carpentry, when he was first making cabinets, working with wood, maybe, you know, it was difficult for him, and, you know, working with tools and sharp things and with wood, right? At the beginning, it's difficult. Then you become more and more comfortable with it. You become more and more comfortable doing it, right? That's natural with everything, right? And so something that you're now comfortable doing. So it's something that you are now comfortable doing. That's 4. And 3, what is something that you used to do but no longer, right? So let's see your sentences. Okay, Helga, her used to sentence, something that she did in the past, no longer true. I used to read books when I was younger. So now you don't? So remember, used to, it's no longer true. So now it is not true. Okay, Julia, I used to call my sister every weekend. Okay, Helga, I'm used to watching YouTube now, okay? Jean, I used to fight, no longer true. I am used to studying, comfortable doing. Good, Jean, exactly, nice. And you use those two perfectly, and I want you just to see the pattern, right? So for I used to fight, right? So we have subject I, used to, and then fight is the base verb. And then her second sentence, I is the subject, am is the be verb, used to, and then studying, the verb ing. Okay, Carlos, I'm used to working as a carpenter. So for Carlos, he's comfortable being a carpenter. He's comfortable using tools. He's comfortable using wood. Julia, I am used to working out every day. Okay, let's go 3 more minutes. And then on top of the chat, there's a white box. In the white box, there's a quiz. So let's go 3 minutes. and then we'll do the quiz on top of the chat. On top of the chat, there's a white box. In the white box, there's a sentence. In the sentence, there's a missing word. Choose the best word. Okay. Julia, I am used to working out every day. All right, going to the gym, working out. Good. Hannah, I used to go out a lot, but now I stay home. Okay, so Hannah, I used to go out a lot, but now I stay home. Anar, I used to go to the gym when I was younger. Good. Used to go. Go. Base verb. Okay, Julia, she is used to being alone. Good. Being, ing. Carlos, I used to play soccer, but now I am used to playing baseball. Good. Perfect. Anar, I am used to learning English every day. Fantastic. Oh, good, Iman. I am used to walking almost every day. Perfect. Okay, Julia, I am used to going to bed early. Very good. You guys are doing perfectly. You guys are doing fantastically. You guys are doing magnificently. Okay, we've got another minute and then we'll go to the quiz on top of the chat. Katie, I'm used to exercising more. Very good. That's a good thing to get used to. That's a good thing to be comfortable with, exercising every day. Whoa, I used to not watch TV when I was a child. Wow. But now you do? So Iman, when he was younger, he didn't watch TV, but now he does. Okay, Anar, I am used to working every morning. Yes. Okay, Iman, nice. Okay, we have a few more seconds here, and then we'll do the quiz on top of the chat. Okay. Good, good, good. All right, let's go. Let's do it. Okay, I gotta make it smaller. There we go. Okay. Hannah, I used to go out a lot, but now I am getting used to. Okay, staying home. So, okay, we have to change your sentence a little bit, Hannah. I used to go out a lot. Okay, that's good. I used to go out a lot, right? That's no longer true. So the be verb, or the verb, base verb, go. I used to, we need the to there. I used to go out a lot, but now I am used to staying home. I am used to staying home. Okay, so you need to change your sentence there, Hannah. Carlos, when I was a child, I used to eat junk food. Now I'm used to continuing eating junk food. That's good. Yeah. That's something that's hard to stop, right? It's hard to no longer do that. That's for sure, Carlos. Okay, nicely done, everyone. Good job, everyone. Now let's go to the quiz on top of the chat. Let's open it up. Okay. I need some water here. Okay, here we go. Are you ready for the quiz? The sentence is, I keep a record of all my monthly. I keep a record of all my monthly. Choose the best word. Is it hobbies? Is it friends? Is it expenses? Is it clothes? Does a sentence go like this? I keep a record of my monthly hobbies. I keep a record of my monthly friends. I keep a record of my monthly expenses. I keep a record of all my monthly clothes, hobbies, friends, expenses, clothes. Choose the best word. Good luck. That's right, Helga. Yes, expenses, right? Expenses. So it's good to keep a record of all your monthly expenses, right? You don't want to break the bank with your monthly expenses. No, you have to keep a record. Be sure not to break the bank. That's good, everyone. Iman, Katie, Jean, Carlos, Juliet, perfect. That's right, Helga, good. Everyone did great. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate your kind support. Carlos is on the green team. Carlos, he joined the channel. His name is in green. He supports me. He supports the channel. He is a good guy. So thank you, Carlos. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here, because, of course, without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So I appreciate your kind support. And I'll be back tomorrow. And we will have a premiere video. Yes, premiere video. We will watch 5 videos and chat and make sentences with those 5 videos, right? So each video has patterns. So we will practice those patterns by watching the videos and making sentences in the chat. We do that every Friday, 10 p.m. I live in Japan, so it's Japan time, right? So Friday, 10 p.m. premiere video. No. And then that's right. Okay, premiere video. Okay, so Friday, 10 p.m., that's tomorrow. I live in Japan, so 10 p.m. Check your time versus Japan time. Premiere video. It is 5 videos. Each video has patterns, and it's a live chat. We chat, make sentences together. So I hope to see you tomorrow night, 10 p.m. for our premiere video. And of course, I'll be back on Sunday at 10 a.m. In the meantime, come to my YouTube channel every day for your English learning needs. Carlos, thank you. Everyone, thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate you guys being here with me, because, of course, without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So thank you. Love and peace to you and your family. Stay healthy, smile, be happy, and let's say goodbye together, shall we? Here we go. We're counting down. We're going to say goodbye together. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love and peace to you and your family. Smile, stay healthy, be safe, and I hope to see you tomorrow night, 10 p.m. for our premiere video. And come to my channel every day for your English learning needs. Okay, thanks so much. I will see you soon. Take it easy. Bye. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.